Hello, this is Verda. I I'm kind of working on some projects right now. I have a bunch of fusion designs. I might be some of people in the puzzle designing community. You might know me as Verda, and I design a lot of crazy radios. I've designed the Quasar, which is a Master Radio 3. Some of and I have some secret plans for some crazy radiolarians. It has to do with the Radio 14 and right now, like I don't want to play many video games. I'm just kind of like burnt out from games. I just want to design, but I don't want to waste my time designing my secret project since the Radio 14 needs to work first, and this project's gonna be is already a pain in the butt. So I don't want to I don't want to waste my time if the Radio 14 doesn't work with this one because that's just like dealing with a super pain in the butt. So I just wanted to design small things, and I didn't want to be like you know, designing stuff for no reason, designing just for the sake of like, it's just designing busy work. So what I've done is I've got a spreadsheet. Actually, the original plan from a long time ago was each of these small puzzles would make up a cubie in a bigger, larger 3x3. It's a really cool idea that I had for a while, but frankly, I'm focusing and devoting all my time to Radiolarians, so it's just kind of like not something I'm focusing on right now. So I'm just designing them for public access. As you can see, I already got a square two down right here. It's 30 millimeters. 30 millimeters is tiny, by the way. Like your standard 2x2 is 49 millimeters. So I have I get to design simple stuff, but I also get a cool little design constraint to keep it interesting. And I have an RNG of 26. Just a heads up, I am skipping a few because I'm skipping the 5x5, the Axis 5x5, and the 5x5x3 because my printer is running right now. So I don't have access to test if these pieces are thick enough, access to the printer to see if these pieces would be strong enough. Because that's a little iffy. A 30 millimeter 5x5 is ridiculous, especially with the nozzle I have. And the mix up 3x3 because I don't know how to make one. I have a friend on standby. He's really cool. Who can teach me? He said it's pretty easy, and I feel like I understand how it's made. But I'm just don't want to have to figure that out right now. Not only that, compress it down into 30 millimeters. So, um, actually, let's like switch these three. But the rest of these are all up for designing. I'll just go over them. So square one, that's just a square one. It's in the WCA. You should know it. Mirror cube, 3x3, but it's messed around with shape. 3x3x5, it's cubic. Basically, the top layer and the bottom layer are split in half. Ghost cube, crazy. 3x3x2, it would be cubic. I'm gonna try and keep them cubic, but it's pretty cool. It's basically like the middle layer is just completely gone and it's covered up. Axis cube, really crazy. Rotate the cube around by 60 degrees and it creates some weird cuts. Cube, it's in the WCA. 3x3, you should know what a 3x3 is. Fisher cube, rotate by 45 degrees. Windmill, rotated by 22.5 degrees. Square 2, square 1, but the corners are split. 3x3x7. Top and bottom layers are split into thirds. Polaris cube is just fucking crazy. It's a cube, except the corners are divided into fourths, and you have to like it's kind of like a double master pyramid. It's so weird. I would do it without hyperbolic cuts though, so it just looked like regular old curvy cuts. Amulet, it's a unique bandage 2x2 that I invented myself. I'm very proud of it. It's a very fun solve too. Hieroglyph, it's the same thing, but as a 3x3 unique bandage mod, dynamic bandage mod that I came up with and invented. Axis square one, but rotated around the corner by 60 degrees. Curvy copter, edge turning cube, 2x2. It's a 2x2. You should know what that is. Hexaminx, it's a cubic megaminx. Master's cube, it's the second. It requires shells. It's depending on what the mix up 3x3 is. It's the only one here that requires shell design, so that's going to be cool to pack down to 30 millimeters. It can be thought of as an FTO with an extra center, so it's only two shells, or an additional version or a master version of this cube. Circle 3x3, it's actually really cool. Basically, it's kind of like a 5x5, except well, not a 5x5. I'm thinking mechanically. It's basically got these circles on each face that don't move, and so it solves a little bit differently. Mix up 3x3. Rotate the middle layer by 45 degrees. You can still make turns. It's so cool. I have a friend. I'm not gonna name drop him, because I'm not sure if you'd want me to, but he's really awesome. He's made like a 7x7 version of these. He's fucking crazy. Axis 5x5. Take a 5x5, rotate it 60 degrees around a corner. You get some crazy cuts, shape shifts. It's awesome. You get the point. 5x5x3. Basically a 5x5, except the top and bottom layers are bandaged. So as again, I'm skipping these two because I don't want to mess with a 5x5 mech, and I'm not sure. And well, and this one because I don't know how to make it. Maybe this one depending on how it goes. So we'll generate a number, 26. That's the one we're skipping. 8. So we're just designing a regular 3x3. I just wait, one, two, three, four. Yeah, we're just designing a regular 3x3. Let's see how fast we can speed run it. So we'll just go to first. We got to make this read only because Fusion says we can only have 10 documents at a time because I am poor. New, specifically hybrid design, so we can use the modification thing. Close that, and this is just our polyhedron generator. It's actually a good tutorial on how to make a 3x3. So generate a cube in Fusion. Go to the scale. We're gonna this basically generates at 10 millimeters. So we'll scale it by the origin. 3 times equals 30 millimeters. Um, so then, all right. So then the first arc right here. This will be basically just what your core size is, and this allows more room for the mechanism. So you can't have it go all the way out here because then you'll have no room for the mechanism. But you don't want it to go out here because, well, then good luck getting the screws in. So a good middle ground, say 10 millimeters works. Then this arc is just going to be where the first foot is. Wow, I can speak. Let's go actually 9 millimeters. And then we'll go 70 millimeter for the arc. And then what I do is 3 steps. So yeah, 3 millimeters might be way too much for this design. So this will be like your first hook. Then we'll go 10 degree. We'll just hold on. We want 10 degrees out. So this will just, okay, so normal puzzles, you don't have to do this, but in order to get the cut line we want, we're going to do this. So we'll add a bit more to our arc here. Actually, okay. Wow, I'm a bad explainer right now. So this will just be like our cut like face. We want to divide it into thirds because otherwise the cut will be a little wrong, and we want it to be specifically a planar cut. We'll do 7 millimeters, and then we'll go say 70. We'll go 80 degrees. It's gonna be pretty big. Maybe 75 degrees should work. We'll go 2 millimeter feet. This will basically just be how thick the mechanism is. Then we'll go. Wow, I'm so used to working with radiolarians. I'm not used to typing in big numbers for the arcs. We'll go 2 degrees here, and then we'll have this come back and meet this. And basically, this line right here might look a little bit familiar. If you hold an edge piece at the side, it kind of looks like this. Also, looking at this right here, right now, I can just tell that there will be no corner mech. I just have a lot of experience with this field, so we'll just delete some of these. So I actually haven't designed worked with cube mechanisms in so long. I've only designed radios. So then once we have this sketch here, this is roughly what it looks like. We revolve it around here, and so this cut matches this face. So you want one per each face. So I'll just take this, spin it around the origin, and then go 90 degrees because that's the dihedral angle, and then do double the dihedral, then do 180 around here. Ooh, a sloppy cube would be cool to add, but I hate the sloppy cube. It doesn't even look fun to solve. I feel like it's just aggravating. Then we can do this. There's like a tutorial to scramble it. It's just not fun. Then this is specifically a fusion thing. I go to here and I go to thicken by 0.01 millimeters. This is just because oh, I can tell this is bad. Yeah, this is gonna be not good. Again, I'm like almost new to this almost just because I haven't worked with cubic mechanisms. Yeah, you can tell. So that corner is cut off. Wait, no, is it? Yeah, it's like way too thin. So what did we learn from this? Well, by analyzing the mechanism, we can see a few things. So the center looks completely fine, And the edge also looks completely fine. Well, except for this bit, but that's not our concern right now. Our concern is the corner. So what can we do to fix the corner from having this? Well, we can go back to the sketch and we can do a few things. So we go to this part in the timeline here, go edit, and what we can notice is that, if we look at the corner from side view, this is like the body, this is the foot, and this is the stalk. So if we take this and we push it back to something like here only, then it would be a lot better. But we want to keep this. So this is kind of a bit more advanced technique. Like it's gonna take a while before you can what before you can recognize something like this. So we're gonna make it large. We're gonna make the core larger. This will make everything else larger. So we'll go 85 degrees. Oh, okay, no, that core is way too large. We'll go 10. Then we'll go 85 degrees. This is just so we can get a bigger foot. Bigger foot equals bigger stability. And then we can have this over here, and then do this, and have it meet here. I understand how to make a 3x3. I'm just messing up a lot. I swear I know what I'm doing. It's just gonna be kind of like a good way to see how to analyze a sketch properly. So then we go to edit feature here, and then we'll see what's wrong with this one. Oh, missing axis. How did you? Okay. Then wait for it to load. It's gonna be a little laggy, and then we'll see what's the problem. What's the problem? You can see that actually that's pretty good. That's a stable mech. How's the center look like? That's just beautiful. We can basically just cut this bit out. It doesn't matter. Again, it takes a lot of experience to know some of the bait, like intuitive, like the stuff that I view as intuitive, like knowing that corner was going to be cut off or too small. It takes a lot of experience to figure stuff out like that. I've worked with multi-layer radiolarians. I think only one other person has messed with them. That's Aton. I plan on making a video. I just got to get it solved because I got too eager. So I mean I have a lot of experience. So I mean if you're a newcomer to this kind of stuff, you're not going to be able to know that off of rip, but you're going to be able to figure it out eventually. Ooh, let's see how thin this is. We might want to thicken that a bit. Yeah, 2 millimeters. I trust that usually, but just for the sake of like, you know, showing off that we can do it, we're gonna go to the edit sketch again. So, I just, so basically that's too thin. That comes from this part of the sketch right here. This is pushed way too far. We need to thin it out a bit. Oh wait, I'm already under the edit sketch. So we're gonna push this hook a little bit back. Gonna get a good balance. Okay. We'll go instead of 25, we'll go just 20. I trust 20. Again, we need bigger feet. Big feet are also big feet is genuinely my secret. My puzzles turn pretty well. Like they aren't speed cubable, but for stuff like my radial area, like my icosahedra stuff, they turn pretty well for icosahedra. And my secret is just big feet. It make your puzzle a bit on the larger side, so it's ironic that I'm doing this on a 30 millimeter thing. Making your stuff a bit on the larger side and making your pieces a little bit thinner just to accommodate larger footing is the best thing that you can do. Let's measure it. This will also be the footing, the stock. Yeah, that's 4 millimeters. That's perfect. Yeah, I'm happy with this 3x3. So we have the cuts, but if you grab your speed cube, you'll notice that's a little different. Specifically, this point right here, it doesn't actually converge to a point. If you look at a speed cube, you'll notice it's rounded. This is just so it's actually usable. So basically, if it weren't for those rounded corners, if I rotated this face by like 1 degree or like 5 degrees, you'll notice that it's going to catch on that centerpiece or even like 1 degree. That's not very much really. That'll catch on that center. So and also, not only that, machinery isn't perfect. Things will get caught in between. So the next part will be clearances and fillets. So we're gonna actually delete a lot of these pieces. This is not out of malice or hate for the cube. No, it's actually because this edge is the same as this edge is the same as this edge, and this center is the same as this center. We only need one of each piece. That's how I can open up my radio designs without everything crashing. So we'll take one center piece, one edge piece, and one vertex. We'll hit show hide to make them hidden. Then remove everything else. Go to the cube, right click, show all, and they come back just like that. And oh, I don't know why you're there. Oh yeah, that's from the polyhedron generator. Yeah, you gotta go, man. I'm sorry. Oh wait, we can just go this. This is just a thing from my design. So, few things. Again, there's the rounding corners issue, but also, machines they kind of tend to do this thing called making errors. So, if you print this, it'd probably add about zero point 0.1 millimeters to each side if you're running a zero point 0.4 millimeter nozzle. And so this isn't going to fit in this. So what do we do? All right, this is called clearances. So basically, on all the faces that face upwards. So this is the origin. Any and you know any piece, any face that faces away from the origin, we remove minus zero point 0.2 millimeters from. So okay, let me see if I can word this a bit better. So this is a surface piece, so meaning that it faces the surface. So you could say this faces up. It faces out and away. So all of the faces on here need clearancing that face up and away. So that would only be this piece right here. Not this one because this doesn't face up and away. This face is this way. This face faces up and away from the origin, up to the surface of the puzzle. So for this one, we'll do minus zero point 0.2 millimeters, and you'll notice that it got smaller. It didn't get smaller. It didn't get bigger. It got smaller. So we want minus zero point 0.2. Now I run this because I have a zero point 0.4 millimeter nozzle, but zero point 0.2 is just standard practice. So we'll do that for the edge piece as well. So anything that faces the surface. Now, not these. Now, not these. You might think that hey, look, this is a surface, but this also faces the surface. No, this goes this way. This goes this way. And also, not only that, try and think of it in terms of like a sphere. We look here, you can see that this is part of a sphere. This is part of a sphere. This is just part of a wall. This is part of like the cuts themselves. So you only want to cut the parts. You want to only do clearances on the parts of the sphere. So that would be on the edges. Say, for example, this, and this, and then we'll do minus zero point 0.2 millimeters. Then for the vertex, no, that's the center. Then for the vertex, only one part of the sphere here. It's very sphery. It's this, minus zero point 0.2. And that was all of our clearancing. It's very simple for the 3x3. And now you can see right there, there's a little bit of a gap for the machine to have error and also to not have infinite friction while you're turning the damn thing. I really wish I could show you, but this thing turns great, and that's only because of good clearances, good tolerancing. It's essential to every machine. So now the rounding part. So we're going to name these real quick. So this is a center. This is my own personal piece notation. It's very niche. Really, only one person understands it. It's me. It's very unfortunate. So you don't want to just round these bits right here. You want to round also the internal bits. So actually, right here, we're going to get rid of this because it's unnecessary. So that's gone. But we also have to round the rest of these. So we're going to hit this edge because as you can see, it rounds it. It rounds this bit, which is where, the edges and the vertexes coincide. So we'll select all of these. And then we'll just try value. Oh, wow. Okay, I did not mean to do that. I don't know why I did that. That's going to be a lot of your experience with CAD. It's just a lot of why did it do that? I don't know, man. I've been working with it since June of 2025, and I still have incidents where I'm like, what is happening? So we'll try some levels of fillets. So an important thing, especially for more complex puzzles, is you don't want to cut off important intersections. So if I were to just fill this like a ton, um, actually, I don't think it would ever get to that point. But as you can see, if I rounded this forever, this vertex wouldn't stay under the center. So you got to keep that in mind. So for this, I'm going to do 3 millimeters. That just looks about right. That's pretty decently round. Maybe 2.5. Because you want to hold it and real think like that's not sharp. That wouldn't really like that. Y'all want to hold that and think that's round. That's like what I think in my head. So 2.5 millimeters, we'll run that for all the pieces. It's different for more complex puzzles, but again, it's just a 3 by 3. Oh, so we'll just run 2.5 here. That seems pretty good. For the stock, again, this is actually a good example of why things are different. If I tried 2.5 here, it's not going to work just because this is so small. Oh, so we'll try 1 and yeah. Oh, okay, wow. Did I select a different edge? Oh yeah, I selected that face. So you see, if I tried say 1.5, that's a lot of filleting, but 1 that makes the stock basically round. So I'll take that. That's pretty good. And then just to keep the face pattern, some what's the word? Keep it consistent. That's the word I've been trying to look for so long. Yeah, 3 millimeters works. It doesn't look like there's a large gap, but again, if you look under the footing, it's pretty much good. And also, it's a small puzzle. This is unnoticeable. Then let's look at the edge piece. The edge piece has a lot of edges, so we'll just go on it foot by foot. So that first, this like rectangle part of the sphere, we'll select all of these since they're basically the same. And we'll try 3 millimeters, and we'll notice that kind of creates a bit of weirdness. So we'll just pull that back, and then realize 2 millimeters is a little bit weird. They meet. I'm not a fan of that. We'll do 1.5. That looks pretty good. We'll try it for the next bit. We'll just see here. We'll we'll try 3. 3 is what I do for a lot of my puzzles. This is just a little bit smaller, so 3 is a little too big. And we'll try 2, 2.5. 2.5 it looks a little bit too round for my taste, so we'll go 2. And then for this last bit here, and then we'll just do 3 because that's what we've been doing for all those faces. And now, as you can see, it looks done. It looks like a speed cube. But listen, this is a mistake that I did for a long time. So basically, this is technically a sharp edge. It might it doesn't look sharp. It wouldn't cut you and wouldn't poke you. But machinery looks at this and it add and while rounding, quote unquote, rounding this turn, it adds a little bit of material. And this wouldn't matter for something like a 3 by 3, but it would matter for something like a super crazy icosahedron. So just get into this habit. These are called horizontal fillets. It basically just prevents a little bit of catching. Say when you're running from here to running this vertex under this, it can solve a bit of catching. Not only that, it also prevents the printer from adding unnecessary material, so it kicks total butt. So what you do is you go to all of these edges, all of these like weird round edges right here. We'll do it for this foot first. We'll do 0.6 millimeters, and as you can see, it's rounded off pretty good there. We'll do it here too, 0.6 millimeters. Do that. And then we'll select it here, 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 and then for all the outside of the face, I do 0.6 millimeters. Some people do more specifically for the outside of the face. I don't because I never really saw it as an issue. I mean, even icosahedra, which are pretty sharp, I just love talking about icosahedra. They're pretty sharp. I just run 0.6. They don't really poke me, so I'm pretty fine with it. And then again, we'll do the same this foot, this foot. We'll do 0.6. Now beware, this is just like what I do in the CAD. I'm not sure if it actually means anything when you print it, but these little edges here after you fill it, I call them clearance fillets because they only appear after you clearance and do horizontal fillets. I just fill those anyway. It makes me look professional. I call it the producer switch of design. It doesn't do anything. I just like doing it. So we're on 0.6 millimeters there. And again, producer switch these. Like your thing will work fine, but I think it can cause issues later on when you're designing crazy puzzles. Then we'll do this, 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 and this as 0.6 millimeters. And there you go. That's their edge horizontal fillets and your centerpiece. Centerpiece is pretty easy. Now, if you're designing stickerless, you can design a cap. What I do is I just go in my slicer and do it, really. Creality should have stuff. It's like slice and add a peg or something. And it does it pretty well for you. But I don't design stickerless, so I don't design cap. So basically what I do, I call it the redneck engineering of twisty puzzle design. I just put a hole in it and call it a day. And basically just cover it with a sticker. It's actually pretty unnoticeable. You have to look really close to even notice anything. So I just see no big deal. So I do 3.5 millimeters because I use M3 screws, which are 3 millimeters wide. It won't bite, as in it won't thread, so that's good. And then I just push it all the way through the center. And then I do a little bit extra of 7 millimeters, but I only make sure it cuts part way through um, the thing. Now make sure this is at 180 degrees. You don't want it to be at 70 or so. So we'll try 2.5 millimeter cut depth, hole depth. I'd say that works pretty well. Now that it's a little big, but honestly, I think the sticker would cover it pretty fine. So we'll just say, fuck it, we ball, you know. So now we have our 3x3, and also you're not designing at 30 millimeters. You're designing hopefully at 60 millimeters. So this hole will be covered pretty easily. It's no big deal. So this is how you make a 3x3. Oh wait, forgot about one thing. So sphere, you need a core. So what I do here is I just design it. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, so I no stop. What are we doing? Okay, we go to the sphere. We place it at the origin, and we just pull it out until it reaches the exact point where it goes between cut and new body. Oh, so 20.1. It says cut, so it's 20 millimeters, which is pretty banger. Then what I do is I generate the base polyhedra above it, but I don't really have to do that. I can just go because it's a cube, and our dimensions are based on the cube. We go 2.7 millimeters. Then I do the same thing here. Do this up. Then reverse, origin, flip it around a bit, and do the same thing. Origin and origin. So this is like the only like thing I'm going to like try to explain in depth. The rest of them, I'm just gonna use my fancy technical knowledge and be like, ha ha ha, look at me, I'm so smart. I know my puzzles, and you don't should. And then you're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be kind of sad. And I'm gonna be like, ha ha ha, I guess. All right. Oh wait, I actually haven't even saved this. What would we call it? This is our 3x3. Yeah, this is actually the first time I've designed a 3x3 since I think August, because I diverged and worked with Megaminxes, then Pentasnub tetrahedra or the 16-axis hexadecagon, then radiolarians all throughout, and I'm still on my radio kick. I think it's gonna be my main thing now. Like I'm in too deep, and I just love them so much. So I'm just doing this as boredom. So next, so now that we have our 3x3, we're gonna do we're gonna make this screen just to say, hey, look, we did it. And then we're gonna highlight these in red, yellow to show I'm not doing them yet. All right, we'll generate 17. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I was hoping to design a curvy copter. I was really thinking, uh-oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. So I was actually kind of hoping that I would get to design a curvy copter because I've never worked with the rhombic dodecahedral axis system before. So working with it now, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty confident. Oh, wow, I haven't drinking water all day today. This sip tasted like heaven. You have no idea. So same thing. Oh, yeah, I gotta do file, new, hybrid design. I don't know why hybrid design, but it just does that. Create polyhedron and dodecahedron. Oh, wait, no, 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 no. Cube. Sorry, I was working on a rhombic tricontohedron axis system with a dodecahedron shape. So I was pretty. I kind of went off muscle memory when I was thinking edge turn. So this one is actually pretty simple. Rotate by 45 degrees. And okay. I've never worked with rhombic dodecahedra or edge turning cubes. I've actually only worked with. I've worked with every axis system but that. Actually, I haven't worked with tetrahedron at all. I think I tried making a Halpern Meyer or Jinx Pyraminx like once, probably like I almost said 10 years ago, back in like when I first started designing, and I didn't get it centered properly. So I just gave up and haven't tried them since. But I mean, there's not much to do with tetrahedra, so I mean, all right. So we're gonna just again. I really don't know how because I remember the rhombic tricomahedron was doing some weird stuff. So we'll just do this for now, and we'll do 50 degrees and just see where that has us end up. Now I'm just doing this for now because again I'm not really explaining anything. Before I add the mechanism, I'm going to see if it leaks at all, and it seems to not. So we can comfortably add a mechanism. Actually, we just know the core doesn't leak. We haven't tested anything else, so we'll do 5 as just a little test, just testing the waters a bit. And I can't scale the puzzle up. Usually I just do that as like, all right, well, it's doing that. We'll scale the cube up. That's what I was doing with rhombic tricontohedron, but I can't do that now because I'm working with the restraint. Yeah, it's leaking a tiny bit. Okay, so that's a problem. Oh, sorry, kitty. Did I give you enough room to leave? Okay. So we need to shrink everything even further down, which is just crazy. We're gonna turn off the dimensions. I just know my dimensions. When you work with design, long enough, you just kind of memorize your sketches. Like I know for Radio 3, 32-degree arc, 3 millimeter shells, 8 degrees back, 3 millimeters forward, 4 degrees, 3 millimeters up, 22 degrees, 3 millimeters, 5 degrees, 3 millimeters, 5 degrees, 18, and then adding to radio 8 would be 18 degrees out, and then up 3, 4, up 3, 4, up 3, and then up to a radio 11, you would take 79.187 minus 68. That'll be your degrees. Then up 3 millimeters, then go forward by like 4 degrees, up 3 millimeters, back 4 degrees, up 3 degrees, and then it's like 85. Then you go forward by 85 minus 79.187 degrees, 3 millimeters forward, 3 degrees back, 3 millimeters forward, 3 degrees forward, 3 degrees back forward. Yeah. I just, dude, you have no idea how much I've worked on radio variants. I can memorize a Radio 14 sketch, but I don't remember a 3x3s. And or curvy copters. It's so crazy. Like, I think only a handful of people ever have worked with have successfully made a Radio 14, but I have that sketch memorized, but not a curvy copter, something that's mass produced and has been made by everyone. Okay, well maybe not made by everyone and their moms, but like it's been made a lot. We'll do 50 degrees. I actually like that cut depth. If we need bigger footing, we can adjust that. We just want to get the cut depth right. I mean, that's why these feet are so shallow. We're just trying to get a feel for the cuts. And when working with such shallow cut depths, I got a lot of wiggle room. Like for Radio 14 and stuff like that, you ain't got much wiggle room. So, how is it still leaking? It's Huh. That's that's mildly annoying. Let's try and cut it a bit and see if it's we'll need to do this. Let's see if it's noticeable. Yeah, if it's doing that, it's gonna cause stability issues. And also not only that, I mean, we just need to redo this whole sketch. It's too deep. Yodogessel. Again, we're just doing this to test if it leaks through the shape. This is my first time ever working with the damn axis system. I'm not sure if that's 2 millimeters. Yeah, that's not. That was. I think that was too much. Oh yeah, no, that's 5 degrees. It just looks a little weird to me. I'm not sure. 180 minus 35. That's not it. 180 minus 135. Yep, that's it. Okay, and then we'll edit the revolve and see again. Is it leaking? No, it's not. Is it? It might be too deep though, because if you go past the center of the cube, it's gonna be Curvy Copter 3, which, I mean, I can make that, but at 30 millimeters, I'm not gonna test those waters. And if I do, I'm not putting it out there for free. That's gonna be, that's a lot of work. So we're gonna just flood these around. Um, they don't meet at all. That did I just make a perfect curvy copter? Do they? Oh my god! I think I might have got. Dude, there's no way I got the cut angle perfectly. Is it actually 45 degrees? I didn't even know that. That's cool. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but I mean, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense. I mean, half the dihedral angle. All right. Now, how do I get it to the rest of the edges? Oh, construct an angle. 2 points. Booyah. Construction. Axis 1. Create a copy. Then we can just rotate it 100 to 20 degrees around. Oh my god, a plus side of not working with giant shapes is I can paste a cut depth all around it, knowing that there won't be lag compared to, again, I love talking about my radios, than say like a radio 14, where it will cause a lot of lag if I try that, and I have to like cut the shape in half before even attempting that. Honestly, should I give this to my friend? I think I might make one of these and give it to my friend. Because, oh, no, that's not. Damn it, you bastard. Yeah. Okay, we'll do this. Well, yeah, that's a curvy copter right there. We'll see if I got it in the accurate. And then we'll thicken 12. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it is a sweet spot point, which means it might cause a couple issues while thickening. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, well, so we have to thicken it in chunks. This is just because fusion sucks. Will this work? Wait, oh one. Actually, how many of these can I add before it breaks? We'll do half. Okay, we'll review. You just suck. Yeah, I get it. Coinciding geometry. Hey! Okay. Guess we're thickening it in a lot of parts then. Alright. Whatever. I can wait, Fusion. Back when I first attempted this project, I was way worse. Um, like, I think I only made a swan, or a square one, and an axis cube, and they were both really terrible. I have them on me right now. I have them at, like, basically just in my room. The square one sucks. It has no fillets at all. So it just turns like shit. And the axis cube just falls apart if you even try messing with it because I didn't do 3-step sketches. Okay, it might break. Yep, I'm not surprised. We can do this. Yep, we got it perfect. I'm so glad there's no irrational angles. that's Alex. Es muy... Es una caminista. Es... no, no, no. No hablo consigo. Okay, well, I don't know why it's doing that. What? Okay. Can I move you? Okay. So again, sometimes Fusion just does that. Um, do I know why? And also, I can guarantee you if I try and cut it, it's just gonna be like no intersection. Okay, I guess. Okay. Um, uh, man, you you're just weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I selected you. Yeah, no. Yeah, look, if I try. Okay, now it works. Okay. Okay, I don't care enough to fix this. Let's test the mechanism. It's going to be way too small. So let's test the curvy copter. Oh no, it's so bad. Wait, let's measure it first. Wait. Yeah, I can trust 3 millimeters. If I can trust it for the quasar, I can trust it for this. Okay, so what we can do here is we're realizing, hey, listen, we don't want to push this any further. We can't push this back because then the stock will be way too small. So what we can do instead is a little trick that I have up my sleeve, and it's why I love three-step sketch. Okay, well, actually, it's not exactly why, but it's really damn cool. So basically, I can just delete this part of the sketch. Let me just hide the cube. It's this part. Let me turn off the dimensions are back. Now they're all gone. Basically, delete this line. Just push this a little bit more forward. We'll try 8 millimeters, 8 degrees, not 8 millimeters. And we're just going to push this as far as we can until it just doesn't allow us to anymore. It probably broke. Oh, no, it actually did it. So let's test and see. Um, oh, I didn't do the revolve. I have to do edit feature and then watch everything break. Oh, it actually didn't break everything. I'm actually really surprised. It might be because I just kept my sketches normal and didn't split. Yeah, I was worried that it was because I literally went out of my way to select some of this. So let's take a look at this and let's just measure out the feet. Um, it might be a little too small. I feel like this curvy copter is like too curvy. Like this isn't like a regular curvy copter. I feel like it looks a little different. Oh, because the coin kind of pointed a bit past. My cone's pointed at the origin. Theirs is pointed above the origin. I feel like I could push this a bit further though. So we're gonna push this to 10 whole degrees. And I can do this. This is all 90% of design, by the way. It's genuinely just testing your sketch to see if it works. Ooh, see, that was the part where everything breaks that I was talking about. Delete all features after history marker. Well, I got all I needed for my information. This corner, this is secure as a mug. So now we test this. I don't feel confident in my big, strong muscles to rip this apart, which is good. Wait. Wait a minute. It's because I haven't cut enough. POV, SH Twitter. Okay. Um, wait, what? It looks different than last time. Like, like not in the way that I would predict. I should be able to predict this. There we go. Okay. There we go. This makes more sense. So 3 millimeters, do I trust this? Probably. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's a direct edge too, and it's kind of held in by the corners. So let's just analyze. We're gonna analyze the mechanism here. So yeah, I think I trust it really. It's basically so the Curvy Copter is basically a ready version, like a dyno version, and a ready cube version of the rhombic dodecahedra, meaning these centers are immobile, attached to the core. So it's just edges and corners. So honestly, I think I'd trust it. Just and also again the whole three-step thing. This corner is held on under the center, which is awesome, and this edge is pretty. Like I think if it was just this, I'd be not entirely sure. Maybe I'm overthinking it because I'm used to like the Radio 3 again, Radiolarians where small feet can like kill a project pretty fast and looseness can really mess you up. So 3 millimeters I wouldn't trust on a radio, but for something like this I'd trust. So again, we're gonna do the show hide thing, then everything else is purged. Sorry, buddy, that's how things go around here. Please tell me I did. Yeah, okay, I get it. And then we take these and we remove them. I don't know why they're there. Okay, so this. Oh fuck! I have to design center holes or center caps. I don't like designing center caps. That's actually my least favorite part of any design. Because I've done it like twice and they all turn out like shit. Fuck. Minus. Okay, we'll do clearances first. We'll just call this design unfinished. I'll design the center caps off stream. Again, it's not like I can cheat them because either way, how would I even cheat? This isn't Minecraft. And then, all right, then we'll do this. See, now that I don't have to explain all my ideas, it goes a lot faster. Net clearancing. Minus 0.2. Hey, go there. C0. There we go. This just has to do corresponds to cut. The numbers correspond to cut depth, and the letters correspond to piece type. Center, edge, vertex, a mobile, shallowest, mobile, shallowest, mobile. Pretty simple. All right, center. Again, the center is acts as the axle. It has nothing to do with the physical position of where it is on the shape. Okay, wow, we want shallow. Oh, you're going to do that. Okay, you know what? Not my problem. Listen, I'm gonna be so honest here. Like, I don't think this is going to work out. You're fired, weird pin. You're not gonna support a screw. You're gone. Now the rest of the design's gonna work out. But it's whatever. 2 millimeter fillets. Let's roll. All right. I'll just do the horizontal fillets now. We're not going to put the holes in this one yet. Again, I'm designing the center caps off screen and the core because, I don't have to explain it. I'm just here to do the fun parts. All right, so now let's do the fillets. Yeah, see, look how professional that looks. That's a beautiful piece right there. Now the vertex is going to be a little bit easier because of its beautiful symmetry that it has here compared to that big ugly edge, that brutish little edge. We'll do 2 millimeters. It doesn't need to be perfect. We don't want perfection. Going when you're hoping once you lose your idea of perfection in mind, you will create something more beautiful you could ever have imagined beforehand, and become closer to reaching that goal of perfection than if you kept that idea in mind. Now back to filleting this little shit. Let's go. This is such a weird shape. I don't like looking at it. We'll do 0.6. Okay, that works. I don't know. Maybe it's the dihedral there. Oh, and this too. All right. We'll just do 1 millimeter, 0.5 millimeter. Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, we'll do 1 millimeter there. Don't go far back into the puzzle, you little shit. Okay. I didn't like that. We'll do 0.75. I don't want it to be the same as my horizontal fillets because sometimes Fusion just tweaks out when the horizontal and vertical fillets are the same. It's like I can't do that. It's just hell. You know, this I hate the asymmetry here. It throws me off. It feels like I'm because usually when you mess up a fillet like really badly, it goes asymmetrical. Like if you overfill it, it kind of goes to like if there are two edges, like say like here and here, and you fill them to where they meet in the middle. Fusion just goes, oh yeah, I can do that. And it's like Fusion, no, you can't, man. So Fusion's like, I'm doing it anyway, and it's like, yeah, all right, well, you made it asymmetrical. Look what you did now, dumbass. So seeing the asymmetricality kind of throws me off a bit. Now, also we need the producer switch pieces or fillets. 0.6. Oh boy. Okay, so this is a classic example of basically these fillets will meet and it'll cause issues. Okay, you're just getting in my way, aren't you? Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Okay, so this is actually kind of a significant area, but it's whatever. If anything, I can sand it down or it'll break in, or I don't know, man. We'll try 0.1. Yeah, wow, it's really not budging, is it? And for some reason, there's an edge in the middle there. But you know what we do? We're going to ignore that problem because it's not my... Oh, wait, no, shit, it is my problem, actually. This is actually really good looking. Let's just rotate it so it's, not off-center. All right, 45 degrees. Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, we do need to design the center cap and the core. Oh, that's boring and I don't wanna, so we're just gonna design the curve. We're just gonna have it labeled as, wow, I can design a whole curve. I can design the world's smallest curvy copter, maybe, but I can't spell it. That's bad. Where's my water? There's no water in bottles, say. Billions must die. But I do have fruit gummies. They're like these giant fruit gummies. They're called It's Rule King fruit slices, and they're gummy and they're awesome. They're really covered in sugar. I'm gonna get so fat. We're gonna put these in red. Yellow for we didn't do the core yet. All right. Next up, 14. Oh, 14. 88. Giggles and Nazi. Don't know what else to tell you. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm just trying to eat right now. Who was that? Oh, it was Who's Sweet One? I've actually never seen him before. I he seems pretty cool though. Maybe I shouldn't be leaking this to the world. I'm very sorry. So we need to aim it. Yeah, 24 millimeter. So my friend is like, so my friend Mod Queen is like, hey, I'm trying to do 24 millimeter 2x2. I'm working in 30 millimeter. I think I could do it. And they're like, are you sure? And I was like, dude, that's easy. And they're like, 2x2. I was like, that's pretty easy. And he's like, no, it's not. Or she's like, no, it's not. Bad news. I finished off my fruit gummies. Now these are all going to be cubes because that was the whole point. They were going to be little cubies. I'm gonna go get some water. Wait, is there a bottle? But it has no water. Huh. Interesting. What a conundrum. I'm gonna tell myself now. I might actually add Polaris Cube to the whole skip thing because that's kind of multi-axis, and I don't know, man. I just don't feel like it. Okay, so again, it's just a 3x3 mechanism, except you only cut three of them. What was my sketch for the 3x3? I don't want to have to rethink. I don't want to use my brain. That's gay. All right. Y yo soy un bisexual. Yo puedo hablar gay y fagot. All right. It's 80, 20, and whatever that number is. Sweet, I get to cheat. 80, 20, and I get to paste this number in. Oh, wait. It doesn't matter because I'm going all the way to the middle. Look at that. Duh. What a moron. Uh, I just, I'm so fucking gross, bro. All right, now I get to revolve. Now again, with how deep cut puzzles are, you only want to cut half of the axes so that there's not a misalignment in the middle there. Oh shit. It's so weird to think of the 2x2 as deep cut. Like I think of deep cut and I'm like, dude, that's like a goddamn radio chop that has a billion shells. And then there's just the two, or like And then, or the dodecahedron, the pentachedron, that's like 5 shells. It's like Mega Minx, PC, okay, Master Pentachedron. It's 4 shells. That's still a lot. And then there's the cube, which is just, oh yeah, it's a 3 by 3, except we just pretend a couple of the pieces don't exist. Or the octahedron and tetrahedron, which pretend to be 2 different deep cut puzzles under one trench coat. The cube. And like the tetrahedron is like, oh yeah, I'm a planar cut depth. I'm the cannon cut depth. I'm also deep cut, and the octahedron is like, I'm just a tetrahedron. I don't know why it does that, but hey man, shapes and shit, bruh. All right. Luckily, there's only 3 cuts here. Um, it's like nothing. So it's nada. Yo necesito un baricuatro y los mecanismos. Oh, muy bien. Eso, oh, 13 mm. Oh, it's muy bien. I actually don't speak perfect Spanish. I'm literally just a learner because I love the language and I love talking to Argentinos. No me gusta hablar consigo argentinos. Los argentinos es de latino. Soy blanco, soy blanco. Y a los argentinos es de Europa. Y es habrán. I have a little bit of Espanol in me, if you get what I'm saying. I don't understand why that is. Okay, so then we need to preserve 3. Oh, we need to preserve a couple things, actually. We're going to get rid of everything. Oh, wait, we're just going to take this, show hide, show hide. And we're going to take one of these, just rotate it down a bit. This is just solely to get it away from the centerpiece. Show hide, show hide. Oh, also the center. I'm in hell. I actually have to cut them off. I have to use my brain and think, bro. I wish I was stupid. I chose this, by the way. I'm complaining about something I chose to do. Okay, we got 2 corners, an edge, and a center. Now you might be wondering why do you need 2 edges, center, and whatever. Hold on. Get out of here. You too, get out. So basically, it's dynamic bandaging. So it's kind of a cool idea. I got a fart. Dude, I'm stupid. Oh yeah, I wasn't meant to say this. Okay, I'm tired of listening to snow strippers. Hmm. I want to find a song. Oh, great news. I don't want to. Oh, Epic Rap Battles of History? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, we're bumping this. C0 with a 3 by 3 shell. Mustache Mario. I fucking don't remember the lyrics. For the states you were disgracing to your own people. You really beaten like a dog and now you're evil. You're from Georgia, speak Georgia. I hope Moss is listening to this so they get the ick. No. Look into my eyes, you pathetic witch. See the soul on the man of me, Mother Russia, he's bitch. You think I give a fuck about my wife, my own son, locked up in a prison. I didn't save his life. Oh yeah, because of the point one thickness. I have no pride for you who ruined everything my revolution was doing. Stop the bourgeoisie of bondage of classes, proletariat message, dude. I'm not even communism, like, or communist. I like don't like communism at all. But I love this song, and I gotta admit, the Soviets had some fucking aura, bro. Joseph, you were supposed to be my right hand man. Your royalty shriveled up like your right hand man. You don't right. Oh, hard to rock. Revolution of the birth of Marx. Knock, knock, knock. Somebody said that Marx, the host with the most just knows assholes made a mess and the war got cold. Spawns with both Ronalds, Reagans, and McDonald's, no doubt. Name rhymes with him. Time to get out. Yeah, that's bad. Oh wait, I already have this. You know that. You need a shower, and you both need to have how to handle real power. Oh wait, I don't want to make a copy. Dog, you want to mess with me at speed hop boats while production music. Then we extrude halfway. Wait, yeah. And then I can just go. I now I keep the gap there just because I like the gap. I like the gap just for mechanical purposes. Then we just do that. Oh wait, quick! We can't do that. We need to make an axis first so we can do it all three times. It's actually probably honestly out of the three dynamically bandaged puzzles that I've made in my life, this one's my favorite to solve. Mechanically, my favorite to solve is the 2x2. My favorite in creativity is the Mega Minx, and my favorite in looks is the cube. Hold on, wait. I can redesign this. Ooh. Jeffrey Epstein. Yo, wait, this is actually cooler. Instead of cutting the whole thing like on my original one. That's actually really cool looking. Law enforcement. You dog whistling fool. You was a racist asshole too. Dude, yo, they're fucking spitting bars, bro. Okay, I thought they were dissing my goat Calvin Coolidge for a second. I was about to start throwing hands. Oh, I fucked up. I don't want to redo it. So we're just gonna do something different. I didn't do three step, and I made the centers too thin. Well, that's one. Okay, we're gonna change this to a different color. Yeah, just to distinguish them. So we're making a mirror cube. Oh no, that's just gonna be fillet central. Well, we're gonna be doing a lot of fillets, I guess. Welcome to the fillet stream. This is Verda, and I got a burp. Cube. Actually, I think I can get my way around it. Just gotta trust a process. 980. Yo, no way, they got fucking Chud music playing, bro. 20. Diddy blood, all my ditties from the Diddy backyard. Oh no, he didn't spell rapper and then leave out a P, did he? I can't get over that fucking bar. Wait, what was the sketch? I already forgot it, bro. That's kind of embarrassing, bro. How can I memorize a radio 4, but the 3x3 just immediately leaves my mind? 80? 20? What? Am I fucking tweaking? What am I doing? Diddy blood. 20. Oh, I used 10 millimeters. Oh my god, I'm so tired, bro. Oh my god, it's 1. That's why. That explains everything. What was I? Oh yeah, I was doing mirror cube. I got your mom deep throat. Dude, I'm like tired, bro. I'm like actually dying. I'm gonna make this mirror cube and then we're cutting stream. Oh, alien leagues above you. Okay. Two point five. Sweet score. Okay. So now, who's pinging me on the cord? Oh, yo, finish design. Oh yeah, that's actually okay. That makes sense. He's pretty cool. Oh, I think I messed up this one too. Yeah. Mirror Cube. Damn it, dude. We're just having bad luck. I just don't feel like redoing the design, so we're getting one more successful design at 23. Okay, this is 8. Oh, what? 12. Let's do an easy design. I'm just gonna do an easy design. So a 2 by 2. I want to do something fun. I already did curvy copter. Where? Wait, 8, 9, 10. Fuck. Windmill. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, I should have kept this design then. Okay. All right. This is all we need. New hybrid design. Then create polyhedron generator. Cube. We're speed running this. Scale. Up from the origin, we're doing a 3 point, and then we're gonna do our sketch. This is all 3x3s all the way down 10 millimeters with an 80-degree arc. 2 millimeter shells. 2 millimeter shells along with the 20 millimeter footing. 2 millimeter shells yet again along with this number, which is just whatever. Except, wait. We gotta do the funny. This funny is where I rotate it by 22.5 degrees. Fucking hilarious, I know. Yeah, shit's pretty funny, isn't it? Wait, do I need it to align perfectly with that, or can I just say fuck it, we ball? Is it really 22.5 degrees? Did I do it with a rotation wrong? Oh, now it's messing with my head. It should probably stop. Okay, we're probably going to need to modify the sketch, actually. Yeah, because that's a windmill cube, but I'm pretty sure it needs to line up with that edge. So we need it to be just a tiny bit shallower. Just so it's not a pain in my asshole. Wait, math hack. You can just do this. Fuck. Dude, I just suck. 67.5 degrees. I could do curvy cuts and that. Wait, do I want to do a curvy cut? That would be super cool. Honestly, it's like right there. I'm doing it. All right, 60 degrees. We just need 7.5 degrees. It's also easier. Like, I just don't want to have to do the math. Like, I don't want to have to do math to figure out what the planar cut depth would be when I can just do a curvy cut. Like 185 minus 22.5. Oh yeah, that would have been a lot easier. And then look at that. That's perfect. And it's gonna kick ass. I'm gonna hate it. Hey, oh yeah, that actually makes sense. Because then it's not a windmill cube, is it? Yeah. Ohio understand, I guess. Okay, now I have to do fucking math. Oh wait, no I don't. I can get my way out of it. Watch me. You have no idea. Wait, I need to measure the cube. It's 8 millimeters up. So, okay, cool. I don't want. Okay, cool. I don't have to do math. It's 8.118 millimeters up. Thank God. I did not do. I don't want to have to do math at 1 in the morning. Okay. Mild conundrum, though. So, Ohio understand or something. Okay, dimensions go away. That's pretty bad. Um, my heart says leave it as tomorrow's problem, but my brain says figure it out, my child. We're gonna do some weird ass shit. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is. I'm getting one done. I don't care. It's just that they. No, doing something. We already did that one. That's literally on our no list. Dude, I'm just losing my mind. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now. Dude, I think this thing's just pointless at this point. I'm not running this. Please. Please. Please just hear me. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can't do that. We ran that. Maybe I just don't want to. Yeah, I think I just don't want